right on into this one without any delay. So for those of you who are joining us, it is game number 2 here of 9 Pandas versus Team Liquid, and a very impressive comeback in game 1 gives 9 Pandas the lead here in this series. So I want to come back to this Medusa, and the reason I think it's so good this game is you're running a double defensive support here on the side of Liquid, right? You're running Pugna and Oracle. You're going to be lacking a lot of damage to actually like find kills on this Medusa. Like, yes, you can doom her as long as she has split shot on. I don't think she really cares all that much. Like, you can go in from Storm, but Storm doesn't really have the burst damage. It's going to come down to Sven. But then, like, I don't know if he has the damage, if he just can get kited out or not. Like, it's going to be interesting. So if Ramses can get, like, his farm, he can find his item timings, I feel like this Medusa is going to be absolutely nuts.
Yeah, like it can go pretty insane in the right game. I think the key for Liquid in this game is they've got to play aggressive. They've got to shut down Ramses, which is also something we didn't see fully in the last game, where they were bullying him in lane, but Ramses just got a lot of room to farm back up. To be fair, the map, again, is bigger. It's hard to control the entirety of the map. It's hard to fully shut down these cores that can catch up by farming in the jungle. Medusa is one of those cores. So we'll see if they'll be able to suppress, but it does feel like for Liquid, you want to play a lot more tempo here, and definitely just shut down Ramses as much as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice Mystic Snake here, but a lot of damage on over to Kiyotaka. They're trying to finish him off and get that first blood. It is going to go the way of Boxy. You lose Zaya in the process, but a massive brawl here in the river as Roger taking a beating as well. Boxy falling low. They trade 2 for 2, and Taurus falls to Nisha. 3 kills at the buzzer for Liquid, 2 for 9 Pandas. Dude, this is the aggression I'm looking for. Let's go, man.
That's what they need. You know, just try to bully out. I think the big thing is you can't really touch Ramses. Spams out the snake. He doesn't really melt in mana. You know, that is going to be a consistent issue. Can you burn through that mana shield? The laning phase for the Medusa feels like its biggest weakness, so you need to find those openings there for the side of Liquid, but you establish yourself a pretty strong start. Seeing those lanes break out, taking a look up top on Mike and Insania, on the Sven and Oracle. This can get aggressive quite early on. You've got chain stunts, you've got good ways of saving from magical damage now as well with the Oracle and from the axe spam. There is a timing here for the side of 9 Pandas though. Like, say level 2, level 3 with level 2 axes, you can start to really apply the hurt onto Mike. And Insania has to balance his mana usage really well to ensure the sustain is still there for the Sven if things get dicey.
All right, I got a question for you, John.
Yeah.
Are you a grubster? Are you grubster? A groupster?
No, not too often.
Okay,
I think I'm mainly asleep in these streams.
All right. The reason I ask is because Mr. Grubby yesterday was on the Medusa spam train, and it looked very good. He made it look very good. So I'm obviously, you know, different MMR bracket, but you know, watching someone actually just play the hero on the repeat and you know, seemingly have some pretty easy games. I feel like this hero might be pretty good.
Yeah, I think again when we saw TSM play it yesterday, it actually had more impact than I was expecting. You don't have those usual Medusa counters nowadays that just makes this hero feel unplayable. Nyx not here. You don't have diffusal carriers, so this is probably the best circumstance to pick up that Dusa. And so far, Ramses is not being bullied out in lane at all. Still allowed to farm up. He's kind of keeping that Doom in check. Just not really moving, which is a good sign for the Dusa. You're not bullied out. You're still able to play. You can hit your level 4 for more durability on the man shield, and you're kind of secure from there. It's still a little bit awkward in lane. The fact that you can't go for a second point in the shield by level 2, but I guess it's for balance purposes. As that does sound kind of busted.
It's a little bit weird. I mean, I have been seeing people just ignore the split shot and getting the second point in Snake, but I don't know.
Yeah. You just don't use that spell. You don't use that split shot all too often. In the laning phase, at least. So, it's kind of a dead skill point at 2, but it is what it is for the Dusa. So far, a little bit quieter in lanes, trading back and forth a little bit. Yeah, everyone kind of running out of mana, and you are out of mana now on Ramses, which could leave him susceptible. They don't really have a good way of running up, though.
Yep, very nice find here in the top lane, though, as Insania and Mike get a little bit aggressive there to chase down Miro. And you talked about this. The lane and just the game matchup in general for the Beastmaster is really difficult into a Sven. And bottom lane, a lot of aggression as they managed to find the kill there onto Ramses and Roger. One more auto attack. It's not going to be enough. Boxy won't be able to chase him into the tower here either. So they'll survive on the Disruptor for now, but yeah, the Medusa just playing super low on resources in this lane.
Yeah, just sticking its head out a little bit too long. No relief from the supports, no mana to spam out the Mystic Snake. Did you get punished quite a fair bit? And again, this is what we needed to see come out from Liquid. Just bully the Medusa in its weaker phase of the game. When the mana shield's still low, you can kind of make that painful. Zydo.
Yeah, do they have Glimpse? They've already spent it, so Zai should be able to just run into the trees. Ramses was thinking about just diving under the tower to go for the wraparound. He's like, never mind. Nice little movement there from Zai's and Doom. Does have the Ring of Health early on and finishes up that Vanguard now, so he should be pretty okay to kind of chill in this lane. That being said, Boxy just getting really aggressive here as he forces a salve out from Roger.
Again, you just kind of want to waste the resources here up top. They've been going a little bit topsy-turvy in the lane, cutting in a really good way, forcing Mika to walk all the way back to base and trying to TP back in. So you're getting some good room out from Miera. Still trying to get aggressive bot here onto Boxy. But he is a speedy little Pugna. He's got the brown boots up. He is a very fast little green guy.
So I took my eyes off of mid lane for a couple minutes here, and Nisha is just crushing this lane now. Zai, excuse me, takes a Mystic Snake right to the dome, and a glimpse from Roger as he pulls him right back into the danger zone. And he will be able to find that kill. That being said, Ramses is completely out of mana. He's got 100 HP, dude. Watching someone lose 50% of their health on a single auto is very funny.
Yeah. From an auto from a Pugna fault as well.
Dude,
Kiyotaka?
so nuts. Mid lane, Kiyotaka goes down. Nisha hits the level 6. Puts him in the grave. I mean, that's what he was waiting for. Like, the Ember Spirit, he couldn't lane for the last, like, level and a half here against Nisha. He was jungling, trying to find what he could. And now for the power rune timing, where is it going to be? It's top. It's a shield rune for Insania. Not the worst rune for the Storm to miss out on, actually. And Zai will just dive Ramses' bottom. He had no mana to play with.
Yeah, you still have those issues for the Dusa. You're out of mana, you melt. You can't sustain through your Mystic Snake, you will just melt. Yeah, and Liquid finding these openings really well. The mid lane is probably the most surprising for me. Then again, this is Nisha. You can't doubt Nisha, even in matchups which feel a little bit easier for the other side. He will find a way to just bully out. He's managed to do a great job of just suppressing Kiyotaka. And that is a standing issue now for 9 Pandas. Like, you've got the Beastmaster, who hasn't had the strongest of starts, still decent, but, you know, what the aura buildup does take a little bit of time to get some impact, and Ramses off to a mixed start in his lane.
I mean, Ramses
you're relying on your Ember here.
Might be in some trouble here. They did a nice wrap around on the Oracle, but a huge amount of damage dropped into this Medusa as Kiyotaka is going to be wrapping around here, and with Scorched Earth expiring, they need to leave. Never mind, Insania's back. He glimpsed him, but he just twin-gated down again.
Oh my god!
Gets him. Oh no. 2 fights happening on the other sides of the map here as Intara is getting pressured out bottom here. Dude, the Medusa is getting absolutely handled, and Nisha finds Kiyotaka. He's still not level 6, man. He didn't have the remnants to play with.
Now that he's forced to show up and try to provide some relief, I was having a little bit of a giggle because Zai, the seed shot and an empty mana Medusa.
Is that what that was?
It's like, yeah, it was just a seed shot and then the follow-up from Insane. It's like, yeah, you know what? There's a reason why this here is kind of funny. Like, in the lane with no stats on strength, you feel awful.
Looking for Ember. He just TP'd back to the mid lane. He still doesn't have the level 6. They just fell off that Flame Guard, and Nisha's trying to finish him off in time. Insania's got him. They trade 1 for 1 as they get the Pugna, but a massive win for Liquid again as he's going to have to walk of shame back to the lane. He has 3 levels behind Nisha. It's just deja vu, man. Last game, we saw an almost identical start to the game. The question is, are they going to be able to come back this time?
I mean, if they somehow stall for, you know, like 20 minutes for Ramses to get more stats up, that's where you might find us a little bit more playable. Although Ramses puts himself in line of fire.
Ramses doesn't seem to really care all that much, it seems. Oh, he gets some good heals there off the snake, but Glimpse will be enough to save him. Down to 30 HP. Ramses has to leave.
It's so deceptive. You look at the HP bar, it's like, alright, 10-20% of his HP. And you're like, alright, that's 40 HP. That's not good.
Not very good. Boxy here got a little bit too lost in the sauce trying to chase down. And Kiyotaka will find the kill. Gets his level 6, of course. So a little bit more survivable now on this Ember Spirit.
Insane was going to try to snipe Ramses there. Literally one spell cast and that hero is dead. My god.
Dude, he's going to see him on a ward.
You do not cop these creeps, Ramses. 20 HP. You just can't without the shield. Good god.
My goodness. Well, we haven't really talked too much about the state of this game. Like, Zai rushing the Crimson Guard this game. So, same thing to what we saw last game. Offlaners, or each team rather, just really prioritizing grabbing an early Crimson Guard here. Smoke, gonna get popped here by Kiyotaka, and Insania will find him. The Remnant away instantly. He does not want to risk this, it seems. That being said, he will jump in here on Nisha as they dispel the Flame Guard into the Vortex. Mikke gets the God Strength and the stun here onto Antares. He's trying to chase down the Enchantress, but a roar out from Miro. Nisha gonna try and chase after him. The bonus move speed had helped out a little bit, but Nisha's out of mana now. They don't manage to find an opening. Boxy nearly dying to the Satyr. He's got a Hadouken. Does he connect? Now throws it back the other way. Kiyotaka, however, will be able to grab him as he dodges out the Stormhammer. Beautifully done, but the root is there. Mikke with the damage will be enough to find the kill. And now Nisha, stuck inside this kinetic field, barely has the mana to get out for the moment. But Mikke is still crushing it on this Sven. He's got a Stormhammer in 3 seconds. Can he find his opening? Trying to decide what to do. Instead, we'll just back away. As Liquid, they've done the damage. Meanwhile, at the base, Ramses is getting just ran down by Zai here. He manages to live, though. He doomed them and doesn't get the kill.
Yeah, he's surprisingly just durable enough to survive through. I'm a little bit surprised. He leaves Mana Shield at 1 point, so going all in on this just farm. I'm just looking to clear out the stacks, although it is going Niaru's way right now, as there was some pressure there. You will have this good timing coming out on your Beastmaster. I believe he does have the mech coming through. Movement out, though. Just trying to pressure in a little bit. It does become a little bit tougher now for Liquid to try to get that lockdown onto someone like Kiyotaka with a Remnants up. So you have that play for the Ember coming through. Still ways behind bottom network core. But he's got some dancing around he can try to do for his team at the least.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, the fact that Face Edict doesn't disarm allies anymore is ridiculous.
It's huge.
Like that, wasn't that like an Aghanim Scepter or like back in the day? I feel like it was.
Yeah. I think it was at one point. There were a couple of changes to the Oracle, of course.
Ooh,
but yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's yeah. Yeah, nah. I mean, Sven up against the Dusa. He just bursts you. Your mana just melts so fast, although
he walks right into a Static Storm and the Roar. They're going to have plenty of lockdown to hold him here. He's going to try and turn around with the God Strength still active. He might have the damage. The Glimpse, however, pulls him back, and the nice mech there as well. Mikke unable to escape. Is Boxy now on the run. Antares does dispel that decrep for the moment, and Boxy, without being level 6, does not have a life drain to play around, and instead Nisha is going to settle maybe for Miro on the backside as he finds him. He's got this Arcane Rune running. The Crimson Guard's actually going to keep Boxy alive this whole time. Is he still going to be able to chase down this Enchantress? The burn is there. They've got the kill. The Siege Shot will be able to do it, but Zai won't bother chasing down the Enchantress. She's got those Nature's Attendants running. Okay, and Nisha, I mean, did he find 2 on the backside? I think he did. Yeah, they did. Oh, really well done.
Clean up. And that was some really good stall coming out from Boxy. Forces a lot of heroes to just try and chase him down. Stays close to the edge to prevent the impetus from feeling too good. They get some room to just defend their mid here as well. A little bit rough for Mika dropping, but yeah, you're perfectly fine as they're trying to get aggressive top again.
Yeah, they saw this with the Hawk.
No mana.
Nisha's actually completely out of mana. There needs to be a little bit careful here. Crimson Guard will come out. Nice glimpse. Puts him back right into the fight, though, as they try to just collapse on top of Roger. Instead, he's 3 seconds away from the Static Storm, and the last auto attack will be enough to finish him as Kiyotaka starts to make his presence known, and there it is. Dude, the life drain, he actually... Okay, we're going to come back to that. That is really stupid. That is really stupid.
That is so dumb.
There's no way. Mickey finds a solo kill mid onto the Medusa, but the fight, the action, still happening top here as Eyes looking for a Doom target, potentially. Nisha got a lot of mana back to play with. Damage is starting to tick away here onto Insane as they go in. They manage to grab Ember Spirit into the Doom.
Oh, the Doom?
Beautifully done. They've got it. As now Antara's on the run here. Burned down. The War Stomp is there. And one more auto attack from Nisha will be enough. Beautifully done. Oh, look at that. Wisdom Rune spawns, and Nisha's got the bottle. Never mind. Insania just yoinks it. Mine, he says. Okay. Here's the interaction.
Why does this work?
This should not work. This should not work.
I swear to goodness, I thought Life Drain was HP removal on the Pugno when he's healing. I thought it was. I played a lot of Pugno.
Healing for allies is no longer based on the damage dealt by Life Drain. That was the change in 7.33.
But I always thought it was HP removal on the Pugno while he was channeling to a friendly.
I mean, I guess
not magic damage to himself.
Yeah, it's very funny. I don't know. Very funny indeed. So apparently, the fact that Fate's Edict completely blocks the self-damage from Life Drain means Boxy could just sit here and keep healing him for eternity. This is very funny. I cannot believe that this works, but I am all about it. Good find here, Liquid. Good find. Insania in some trouble here potentially. Does manage to just pop the False Promise on himself as Boxy's going to start dumping the heals. So Insania definitely going to be able to come out of this with quite a bit of health. Just full health indeed. And so trying to just top off Nisha, trying to find these heroes in the trees here. He's running a little bit low on resources as Boxy does take a chunk of damage onto the backside here as Antares will finally pick him up. And inside this Static Storm, he's taking a lot of damage on Nisha, but the Crimson Guard comes out from Zion. Now, the question is, can you find the kill here onto Antares? There's going to be the Hoof Stomp. And with Insania's level 4 Purifying Flames, absolutely enough to take down that Enchantress. Dude, the sustain out of this Oracle Pugna is nuts.
It is insane. It is insanity. Just the battery, it's paying off. The investment on Tanisha is working really damn well. Like, they're able to just keep running and gunning. The one thing for 9Pandas is you've got some room coming out for Ramses down bot. He has been ignored. He does have Dragonlance, so he has some HP to play with at the least, although.
Insania trying to keep himself alive. Doesn't look like it's going to work, though. Does manage to find a kill. A nice glimpse save there as well. So, okay. We've been having so much fighting and brawling happening around the map. We haven't really talked about Ramses in a little while. And I think Liquid realized that, too, as they're like, guys, we have to just go kill the Medusa real quick. And quick indeed, as Mickey finds himself another kill. 3-1 now on this Sven as he's just getting super strong. I mean, he's neck and neck with the Doom, who maxed out the Devour, so not a good sign.
Not a good sign at all for the side of 9Pandas. They need so much more time to get this Medusa to the point where it can be a threat. And again, the side of 9Pandas, they had to deal with the Medusa in their game yesterday up against DSM. They saw what the Medusa can do if the game drags on late. There is a recovery process for this hero, but it doesn't feel like they've got room to grow. I mean, Liquid are just non-stop. They're going again.
They just smoke up in the mid lane, and you drop a good ward. The question is, do they see Ramses? They do, man. It is just so much pain for this Medusa. The Roar does catch the Oracle. He's plenty tanky, though, thanks to that Crimson Guard as Ramses trying to make it away underneath the tier 2 tower, and he will be able to, but Boxy just healing up Nisha this whole time does not seem to matter. They will save Ramses, which is the big thing. The question is, can they get anything here on the side of 9Pandas? It just seems like the sustain out from this Oracle is just way too much.
Yeah, they're just topped up fully. They could re-engage if they wanted to. Nishia's full mana as well, finds the DD ready to go. They'll just take it, run and gun elsewhere.
It's like you have a fountain just following you around the map.
Pretty much.
Like, you're like, oh, hold on, I need some mana. Let me activate my fountain really quick.
dumber thing is that before you just have Tranquils to try to regen back, but you don't even need that now.
That's some hate coming out from Zai bottom. He just drops the Doom onto the Disruptor, but the rest of the team rotating in, and they're not gonna let Doom get away with this.
Oh, the top
or
up,
are they? Boxy comes in with a nice decrypt save. The Hex onto the Pugna. It's not gonna be enough to get him out, and there's the false promise from Insania. So Zai is still alive for now. The question is, do they have the damage to actually kill the Doom? He's healing up quite a bit, but they managed to find the kill onto Oracle. Zai is still alive. Unbelievable. Ramses with the Stone Gaze trying to chase these heroes, but Mickey's got the God Strength crushing into the Medusa. Nisha is still barely alive. The buyback from Kiyotaka is doing work, but Ramses gets the kill. And Kiyotaka into the DD of Nisha. Too much. The attack slows have done it. It's an absolute bloodbath here as Roger under the cover of the Shadow Amulet. Oh no, he's going to have to reapply it eventually. And he knows it's not a forever.
Oh my
Patience pays off here for Mickey. Dude, this Sven absolutely owning in this fight. Dude, the fact that Nisha was able to play that so well too, like just constantly using those overloads to slow the attack speed of that Ember Spirit at the end of that fight there. He has like no health left, but just able to get like those extra auto attacks in. That's so sick.
Yeah, and every little decision Liquid made actually added up there. The early Doom onto Roger just to prevent the Static Storm on re-engage. The fact that Boxy managed to stall out and save the Doom. Boxy and Insania just installing on that movement. Gives them so much time to respond. Gives enough time. This Antares falls to the Fermenter. That tends to happen when it's only 2 heroes clearing out.
It's good stuff.
It happens.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Insania as well, kind of too close to that Tormentor, almost. Does get his free shard, so worthwhile in the end.
It's gonna feel so bad.
It feels really bad. Like, they don't have that impact just yet on the Dusa.
Oh, God.
They're just losing everyone across the map. Jesus.
Oh my God. Is that literally 2 auto attacks? It was. It was actually just 2 auto attacks. He Storm Hammered and hit him for 1,300 damage.
I mean, you got that Orb of Destruction.
Yeah.
You know? Just stacks up.
That is...
Ember, I mean, he's fairly durable with armor, but you've got the Daedalus on hand. There's not much to stop Mika until we see maybe a couple of Heaven Halberds up, but they're still a ways off from anyone kind of getting that build up here on the side of Nine Pandas. And Liquid, they've course corrected quite well. And they aren't relenting in this aggression. They're keeping that pacing up. They've been ganking Ramses far more in this game as well. 0-7-6 on Dedusa. Just not a comfy game to try and catch up. He is #1 in net worth for his team, but he's 3k behind from Nisha, Zai, and severely behind in comparison to Mika.
Zai? He does Disruptor right at the end. He's like, that Shadow Amulet ain't gonna save you, buddy. Nisha gets the kill. Nicely done. Man, dude, this one of the things that I think also really underrated from Oracle, this Rain, dude, it does so much damage. They found Ramses here once again, but bottom lane, another kill potentially. Mickey does not get a lucky crit this time, so he will be able to survive on the Ember Spirit.
Gets to back out. They get a little bit of movement out onto Ramses as well. Aren't able to pin down that Dusa for long enough. And Kiyotaka does dodge out that jump that Liquid wanted to pull.
I mean, they force his TP and his Remnant again, so he has to just walk back out. Well, Roger will find Pugna, and Sania is here. Should be able to drop the False Promise, and he does. The question is, can he keep him alive? The Rain, I mean, plus the healing is a lot, but a nice Roar will catch Insania. Both supports go down. Nice bait there from the side of Nine Pandas. That is some life going their way, but you gotta find the core kills, man. I feel like those are the big ones right now.
I mean, they are the big ones, but you look at how much gold swings back from 2 supports. 1.9k gold. yeah, you could probably just sustain off killing off these two squishier supports, and that's where 9Pandas shines, right? Like that's what we were talking about with these two supports. If they're isolated, if their cores aren't around, you don't have that much play with these two heroes. You're susceptible to the output and control of 9Pandas. Where Liquid has shined is when they've just been running with these two supports plus Nisha, or literally plus just any core as follow through from initiation, and cleaning up from there. The moment they break that formation up on Liquid, that's where things can go south.
That's an Orchid reveal there from Nisha. Just ends up finding the Ember Spirit in the mid lane. Not close enough to that BKB, and bottom lane, Mickey tries to go in here and find the Beastmaster. He's got the blink to just close the gap. Ooh, drops a sentry. It's not enough. Doesn't come out in time. He gets the TP on out. Roger, however, not going to be as lucky. Because he's got a harpoon, baby. I love this item. This thing is so good. Good luck getting away from the Sven twice.
Yeah, it's so obnoxious to have to deal with that. And I feel like the visual indicator should be a bit bigger, but man, it gives you a lot of utility. It allows you to just jump and consistently get control for your team here as well. And I like what Liquid's doing. You know, after finding these pickoffs, they just take over the triangle. They get some vision going in that bot jungle. They're trying to choke out Ramses as best as they can. Mind you, Ramses is inching towards his Daedalus, so he has some output. He's not going for stats or the Manta, which, again, is a little bit interesting in comparison to what we saw from Timaru yesterday on his Dusa. Just kind of going all in on a bit more of a glass cannon coming out, which is, I guess, fair enough. It's... Again, once you get the Scotty timing, I feel that's where the Dusa starts to feel good.
Yeah.
Scotty, along with the Manta, the illusions are still amazing when they're out in the map, because you don't really have instant illusion clear right now on the side of Liquid, outside of just trying to burst them down. So they've got this opening. Roche is up there.
Yeah. This makes a lot of sense. Just try and grab this first Roche. Very easy when you have an Oracle. Not too difficult. So yeah, first Aegis should go on over to Nisha's Storm Spirit. They'll just continue to play super aggressive on this hero as they immediately take the portal bottom. They did scan this just to see if anyone was here, as they had a vision that was giving some, eyes on the Kiyotaka, but he gets out.
Builds out in the nick of time. And for 9Pandas, it's all about whether or not this investment on Ramses has been worthwhile. Like, he does have that Daedalus up, but there's a lot of armor on the side of Liquid. You've got the Warcry, you've got the full AC up on Mika.
He's going the shard.
I'm not sure if you can even do that. Yeah, it's just too much. It doesn't feel like you can burst anyone and still chase down Niero.
Yeah, they're going to try. He pops the Roar. I feel like, that's a good juke, man. I think he's out. Yeah, he's going to be safe, but speaking of not safe, though, Antares, as Mickey just makes quick work of him. Dude, he is so farmed. Just crushing these heroes. Wait a minute, they found Ramses!
No, the glimpse back.
Does not want to chase for the moment as they buy back here on the Disruptor. Oracle is underneath this tier 2 tower, just sustaining through it all. Has the false promise. He doesn't seem to really care. Godstrike comes out. Ramses has to pop that Stone Gaze. That will be enough to save the Storm Spirit, but in comes Mickey. The Doom comes out. The Glimpse will be able to send him away, but they've got the chase, and Nisha continues to jump for more up onto the high ground. They've got Roger. They've got Medusa. The silence on the Kiyotaka. He pops the BKB, but Mickey's just walking into the base. He does not want to stop, man. Able to just cancel out that blink, though, will do wonders.
Yeah, a little bit of a madman just running up, trying to gun for that kill. They still find Ramses. Again, the investment with the Daedalus, it's just not... It's not really that much damage.
Dude, they're not stopping. They found Miro. They immediately TP bottom. They saw him for a moment. There's going to be the good old Harpoon. As Sven will just go back to farming, leave the rest of his team to clean up the kill. I am curious how Harpoon with Glimpse works, by the way, because I don't think Harpoon is disjointable. Top lane Nisha finds a solo kill on the Kiyotaka without that BKB to protect him. Just pops to the soul burn.
Yeah, and they clean up 4-0 on side of Liquid on some really far-flung fights. Might be able to clean up for more if Antares is not careful, but he does have the ward to protect. Still, the outer objectives now for 9Pandas. Just set to melt. It's Liquid. They've got complete map control. The recovery process for Ramsey still, he needs way more items. Like this hero now. Whereas before, old Dusa felt like he could just get away with a couple. That needs so much more.
He gets right on top of Ramses, and he just makes quick work. One-shots the Disruptor. Okay, Mickey. Someone used to tell this guy to chill a little bit, but I don't think he's gonna.
Nah, you don't chill on Sven.
Nah, no, this guy's angry. He just jumps in, gets the Stormhammer stun there, ultra kills, he crushes Antares from a cleave as well. And that is it, the GG comes out. Man, I really wanted to see the Harpoon Glimpse interaction because I'm pretty sure it's coded like Timber Chain. So if you Harpoon someone mid-Glimpse, they teleport to you back across the map wherever you got. It would have been super fun.
Man.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I feel like it's coded the same way as Timber Chain.